What's good, YouTube? It's your boy AJ from AP Trades, and welcome to another video. Today, we're just going to really quickly go over my trade on Microsoft. I'm going to make this quick. Hopefully, it's a 5-minute video. Just quickly going over why I took this trade, right? So, from the get-go, before the market even opens, right, I have the 4-hour inside marked up. I have my 4-hour inside bar marked up. Come back here. Oh, geez. All right. So before the market open, you don't see these two candles, right? So I only see these two, right? 4-hour inside is the big candle with a little candle inside. So I mark the bottom, excuse me, and I mark the top. Now, what I do now, excuse me again, I just had breakfast and it was pretty damn good. I'm not gonna lie to you. Or really lunch. So what I do now, right, after I come to the, go through the 4-hour, mark up my highs and my lows. All right, so now once I mark up my 4-hour inside, right, I now come down to the lower time frames, and this is where I'm kind of trading off of. I use the higher time frame just to mark up areas of interest. I use the lower time frames to actually get my entry, right? So I know that with the higher time frames, that's where that's the areas we're targeting. I get my entry off the lower ones, and blah 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 blah. So what I'm looking for off the get-go, off the rip, is when this opens, when market opens up, okay. Immediately, this is yesterday's last candle, right? So immediately when I see market open, all right, I see a gap that was created here, right? And that's why I have this yellow line drawn up here, right? Because there was a gap from the last candle from yesterday to the start of the candle today, all right? So this little gap area, right? Just another area of interest. I know that if price starts pushing back down this way and we push through it, then I can play calls or puts. Right? If we push here and maybe bounce off of it and then break the highs, leaving a fair value gap, I know I can play calls. All right, so yeah, I know that when I have this line marked up here from the opening gap, I know if price pushes back down into this area and breaks through and retests, I can get in for puts. Price may push down to this area, bounce off of this area, create a fair value gap going to the upside to break these highs, then I know I can play calls, right? Now, we also have this 4-hour inside here, right? The top of the 4-hour inside. And just something I've noticed from trading a while is when we do get to this area, it's just another area of interest, right? So we may bounce off this area and push all the way back down to the bottom, you know, or to another level of support. Or we may push through this area, retest the bottom, or retest the top of this 4-hour inside bar, which is now going to be the bottom for us on the 3-minute chart. Retest this area, pushing up to another area of interest, right? So the same thing, I'm kind of looking the same things, right? I'm looking for a price to sweep through highs and lows, right? So we have the opening gap and we also have this candle, right? This candle did what? It swept through a high here. It swept through a high here, right? So we swept through two highs and then rejected and pushed back down into this area. Okay, so when I saw that, that was just immediately like, okay, we might be getting ready to play calls or puts here to the downside. So I see this happen. I see this gap area. Now I'm waiting for price to break this gap area. I already know we're probably going to get a retest of the area. Now I'm waiting to see, are we going to break it or are we going to just bounce off of it, right? So as you can see, price broke that area, retested into my gap area. And usually I'm bouncing around from like 3, 2 to the 1-minute chart. I'll get my entry off of the 1-minute chart a lot of times because the 1-minute chart, every chart underneath, like the 1-minute chart is pretty much the exact move that creates the hour candle, right? All those 1-minute candles that I'm looking at is creating this candle or this candle, right? All of them. All right, so I get my entry off the 1-minute time frame, 2-minute time frame, 3-minute time frame, whatever. So you see the rejection here on the 3-minute, bouncing off of this area. I come down to the 1-minute time frame to see if I can see it a little better, how it's bouncing off of that area, okay? And we see that we have a gap here. We have gaps. We have also, like I said, the daily, the gap, the opening gap has now been broken on the 1-minute chart. Right? And we see it broke below. And when I say break below, it's got to close below. So we got to close on the 1 minute and the 2 minute time frame below this area. Once we get 2 minute time frame, close below, or a 3 minute time frame, close. Any of the higher time frames that close below, it's just going to obviously tell you, like, okay, we're going that way, right? So I saw the close below. I saw the retest like I needed, and this is where I get my entry. I'm entering the trade right in here. Stop loss above this area right here where my 3 minute gap is, right? You can see the 3 minute gap here. Stop loss is above that area. I know we should not be breaking above that area. And then I also have a trailing EMA, bouncing off of EMA. So this was a pretty easy play, to be completely honest with you, right? Pretty easy. And I've already closed most of my position. I've closed all my position out, right? I'm on the 1 minute time frame watching this happen, right? Once we break lows, I'm closing positions out. So these are my targets, right? So like I told you, we have this opening gap. We have the 4 hour inside. We respected it. We bounced off of the 4 hour inside, back down, right? We had a 1 minute gap inversion right here, but too small, too early. Couldn't get in there, right? Wasn't confident in this one yet. I needed it to break below the opening gap, right? Where price opened at here and jumped up here, I needed to break below this. Once I saw the break and close below here and the retest of this gap area here, that's where I get my entry, and I'm targeting the next low, or an old low, I guess you could say, right? So this is an old low, right? This is a low that has not been swept through yet. There's orders, people's orders, okay, are sitting right under here. People are sitting under here smiling, like, yes, we're making money, right? Well, you know what price likes to do? Price likes to sweep through there and take you out. Okay, it likes to take you out. So that's my target, right? My entry is off of the fair value gap up here, the gap inversion, and I'm looking to take out lows, right? So there was a low here. When price took this low out, I closed most of my position out here. I closed most of my position out right here, right? And then it kept pushing down a little further. I also had another low marked up, which is this low right here, right? And then these are all lows right here. This is a low. This is a low. This is a low. Right? Like, these are all lows, right? So once we start sweeping through these lows, you've got to be ready to go ahead and start closing some contracts. Start closing contracts, because you just never know when it's going to hit a low and bounce off of it and give you that nice strong retest that you don't want to be in on, right? Especially as a scalper. That's not why you're scalping. If you're scalping, you're in the trade and you're out of the trade. You're not in the trade long. If you're going to hold the trade, then you need to be swing trading, right? Or day trading, I guess you could say, right? I'm day trading, but I'm scalping. Right, so I'm in the trade 5-10 minutes at the most. If you want to swing trade a trade, then you've got to get in on these trades on higher time frames. So, like I said, once I saw it break this low here, I've closed most of my position out here, taken most of my profits, and from there, it's over, right? I've taken my profits. I'm up $140, $50, whatever it was today. I can't remember exactly. But, yeah. So, very simple, man. Very simple trade off of the gap inversion here. Opening gap was here. We inverted it. We retested into a 3 minute fair value gap, which was here, right? And I'll show you guys that fair value gap. Okay. Fair value gap is right here. Okay. Fair value gap is 1, 2, 3 candles. Okay. 1, 2, 3 candles. The bottom of the first candle to the top of the third candle. When you have a downside move, right? When you have an upside move, it's reversed, right? When you have an upside move, it's reversed. It's the top of the bottom candle and the bottom of the third candle, if it was reversed. Okay? So, very simple, right? And I'm playing off of that. I'm playing off of that. And taking my profits once we break these lows. So, very simple trade. Hope that helped in some way, shape, or form. Like always, leave your comments, questions, concerns underneath the video. My Discord is going to be linked below for free. My Instagram is also linked below as well. Calendly, if you want to book a one-on-one time to get on the phone with me and just really talk to me about what you might want to try to do with trading if you're interested in learning how to trade. and what kind of programs we offer to help with trading. The main thing I offer right now is one-on-one coaching. And also, like I said, I have a free Discord where you can come join, and I trade live, and I do educational things like that as well throughout the week. But get in a Discord, come find out. Like I said, I have my Calendly link below as well. Get on a one-on-one call with me, and we can talk through whatever it is you might be kind of dealing with, whether you're a trader that's been trading for a while and you don't like your strategy and you're trying to move to something different, or you're a new trader and you don't really know anything at all about trading and you want to know a little bit more about it and how it can benefit you in your life. The Calendly link is there. Book the call. You'll get a one-on-one call with me, not some call. You get on the phone with me, and we'll get you straight, man. We'll get you straight. Make sure everything works out the way you want it to work out. So, hope that has been some type of benefit to you. As always, man, nothing but good vibes over here. So that's gonna be it for me. Quick video for you guys. Peace and love. It's your boy. We out.